right. There we go again. We on another one, y'all. You know how we do. We on another one. Eagles wear boxing in the house. Eagles wear boxing when you want the real, not some deal. There we go. Yeah. Got my athletic stuff on today. About to go do a little bit of something. You know, maybe. Yeah. I see Tony Boswell out there. He already in here. First one in is Tony Boswell. Yeah, contest coming up, man. We had lost subs again. Went up and then went right back down. After I had everybody put up the one yesterday to let me know that they were subbed to me, then it went up. I don't know, 'cause maybe I got a couple of frauds up in here, but it didn't show up on my it didn't show up telling me that I had subs. Because usually if somebody subs, I think I even have a thing in here if you sub. So if you sub live, then it's actually I think the eagle actually flies in. But something happened again, man. So it went up and then it went back down again. I'm like, I'm just not getting it. They're trying to keep me from getting my honey hind, but I'm gonna I'll get there. So Tony Boswell, he says, salute Eagles Web and all of the mods. As always, I'm working and listening. Yep. So I don't expect you to, to have to actually write a lot. Especially you working, man. You're a working man. You got that cement to deal with. Can't be letting nothing go wrong with that. Can't be letting the weather elements hit that. Because that's not gonna be good at all for you. Rain hit all that cement before it's even mixed or anything like that. Yeah, I know you got the big family, man. You got the big six. Got to get them fed, man. You right about that, man. I like the way you said it, though. Just get your people fed. I try to get my people fed too. I don't really have anybody around here, so it's my brother and them. When I go see they stupid asses, I can call them stupid because they know I just mess around. And plus, I say it anyway. I mess with everybody. That's part of what I do. I kind of keep my personality suppressed a little bit, but then I bring it out. You guys more or less see the real me up in here. So, yeah, come on in off the wall, and give me the like smashy. Yeah. Just waiting still. Drink plenty of water. Because with that fast tongue, you need a lot of water, man. Because your mouth has to keep, secreting to keep yourself nice and moist. I'm glad I don't have no dry mouth like that. Be all foaming at the mouth. Can you imagine that? I'm trying to be a host and stuff, trying to talk to y'all, and my mouth is all foamed up. Call me foamy. Looking all like shaving cream around the face. Or some type of rabid dog or whatever. Everybody looking like, what's wrong with him? Yeah, we got a few things to talk about. And I want to go over the latest of the fight coming up. Then I got some nice well, it's not nice. It's not nice. It can be nice, but it's not really nice. Not like that. It's not nice to the point say, oh, that's nice. It's like, now you're gonna be shaking your head, if you actually see it. But you're listening, so I don't know if you get to see anything, or maybe when you listen to me, and I'm starting to tell people, I'm starting to say, damn man, that's cold or something like that, or when the chat starts blowing up, and then probably you have a chance to look at your screen then when everybody starts losing it. So hopefully I got at least one or two things that'll help people. You guys gonna be losing it, especially even the title itself. The title itself. Might have a few people, losing it. Like, oh man, because that title there. Let me see. Make sure it's up right. Yep, the new Britt is coming to boxing. Yeah. And it may be a surprise to people. Yeah. Just kind of reading over Um, interview with Shane Mosley. You know, he's probably one of the greatest lightweights. That everybody knows that. You know, he started having troubles when he moved up. He was still doing okay, but then he started having a lot of troubles when he moved up. But yeah, he has some things to say about the Spencer Porter. Yeah. Laws D, Punch Out TV up in here. Eagles wear boxing. Salute, bruh. To the boxing. He said 100 out there. Yeah. We see you up in here, Laws D. Yeah, we're going to try to keep it. We're going to try to keep the chat, rolling nice and smooth and not break out into laughter right away. But then again, you probably are going to end up breaking out in laughter right away. Just because of who I talk about in the beginning. Yeah. I just want to cover some of the things that he said also. That Mosley said. We're going to cover some of the things that he said. But let's the biggest news is not really, it's probably not even big news over here. It's probably not even really big news over here, but people are they're going to get a kick out of it, or they just going to be like, wow. And of course, your host will put on the roasting session. Sorry. You shouldn't, don't end up in here. Just do not end up, you can end up in a lot of chats, but just don't end up in this chat. Because if you end up in this chat, it's only two ways. There's no neutral ground in here. When you end up in here as a boxer, there's usually no neutral ground. You either going to get some high props, or you going to get your ass roasted. You going to get your ass roasted up in here. And this is what we do. When you get roasted, this is what you see. You should see that afterwards. But let's get into this right now. I know we got just a couple in here, or maybe some people up there on the wall or something like that. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And this is kind of a roast right there. Ted, no. It's a surprise. But we're already there now. We're already there. So the surprise is not a surprise no more. And this is the thing here. This after 23 years, he's back. British sensation Nigel Benn is making a comeback, y'all. And I don't know if anybody even know that. But yeah, he's making a comeback. And see, the bad part about this, even though it's good, but the bad part about it is that he's making all these British fighters look like crap all of a sudden by coming back. Because not only is he coming back, he's coming back at 5'5", 55 years old, and he's making a comeback. Now, right now, we can only speculate who he's going to fight, because I haven't heard anything about who he's going to fight. Caught up in the Eagles way of boxing. Eagles way of boxing. He says thumbs up, and that's Don Dada in the house, y'all. Yep. So, 55 years old. And the reason that he's coming back is not necessarily, this is not his reason, but this is my reason for him coming back, is because of this. And you guys should know me by now. If you don't know me, you better get to know me, baby, because you know, you know what I'm about to put up there, right? You already know. Somebody put it up. Before I click on it, somebody put it up. What's about to come up? What's about to come up? Y'all already know what's about to come up right now. Right there. Y'all too slow. You're too slow. In my observation, This is why I think that Nigel Ben is coming back, not just because because his son is actually doing good. Because his son is actually, I believe his son is 15 or 16 and 0 right now. But I hope he doesn't make the mistake, like I always say, or like I've been telling you guys for a long time. Nigel Ben, do not make the mistake and not let your son come over here and get seasoned over here. Because he needs it. He needs to come over here and get seasoned. Because if not, he may end up on this wall. I got BCD. Nigel Ben is back because the British fighters got BCD. And so that's why Nigel Ben is coming back at 55 years old. He's going to try to come back and make a statement to try to show these fighters what it's about. Because he's a hard fighter. He didn't have the BCD. Very hard fighter. But we'll see what he got at 5'5". If 5'5" is the new 2'5", we're going to check it out. We're going to see when he comes back. I'm kind of excited about it, even though he's an older fighter. But all the disrespect that the young fighters give out, and it's because he probably sees something. And I know he sees something, because I see something. And these trainers are just too new and too young. I mean, even Derek James, he's a great trainer. But then again, I can't really say because I don't know who he listens to on top of that. You know what I mean? But just him being a trainer, but there's still some other stuff. I mean, he's teaching Earl everything he could teach him, but there's still some other stuff that Earl could do to make sure, even when this fight coming up, that it's not going to really like be a brawl. You know, it doesn't have to be like a brawl. If you know all those extra skills, you know a few other things to do. But Nigel Ben, we salute you, champ. You're coming back. It's because Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Liam Walsh, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and of course, the one that's laid completely out, Ricky Hatton, they're not doing their job. And that's the boxing opine of Eagles Web Boxing. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can still see me because this thing is acting stupid, you know, but we'll see. We're gonna see how we'll see how that works out. Yeah. I think it's kind of it's gonna be lit, man. If he comes back and makes some noise, think about, man, if Nigel Ben actually comes back and makes some noise. I'm not saying he's gonna get up, you know, become champ or something like that, but just, I mean, if he's back in there, if he haven't took if 23 years of rest, and he sees something, he's gonna be using. I mean, I just like to see, you know, if he's using some of the old tricks, because you guys remember, because Nigel Ben can actually fight down low too, which that's kind of a lost art. You got a couple of fighters that try to work off and try to fight low, but they don't fight as low as he does. And because he fights like real, you know, he gets real low with it. You know, so we'll see what he can do. Oh, what matter of fact, I think it's coming up too. I think it's November 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. No, November 23rd, and the arena, I think it was NEC, but they changed the name. If anybody knows the name, let me know. It used to be called the NEC. Yeah, but they changed it. They changed the name of it, so it was the NEC. Okay, but let's get into this right now. And I just want to break this down. And sorry about that, but I got to break this down so everybody can hear it. Because I think it's straight up BS. A lot of and you guys tell me if you don't think that this interview is a little bit biased or not. Because for me, it seemed like it might be a little bit biased. And that's not good. Let's check it out.
Good to see you both. Thank you both for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Got it. No problem.
Let's get right to
No
it.
problem.
Both of you have been talking a lot of trash in the build-up to this one, including this week when, Sean, you said that Errol has become arrogant. What changes have you seen? in Errol?
Oh, y'all heard me say that? I honestly know. I think that Errol is feeling himself. As when you're dominant, when you are,
And of
the guy
course,
who's a champion right now.
of course, this is Sean Porter in Errol
how
Spence.
that could happen, but time to calm down, baby.
Anything wrong with feeling yourself, Errol?
It has nothing to do with feeling myself. I've been feeling myself since my career started because, I've been saying that, I could beat all the guys, top guys in the division. So, it's not just that I'm arrogant. Just now that they're hearing me because I'm at the top of the mountain. So, all the arrogant stuff that I'll go out the door. I've been training hard. I'm fully focused and I'm ready to fight. So, it doesn't matter if you're arrogant or not, as long as you're training hard, as long as you're focused, you listen to your coach, and I'm doing everything possible to ensure me a victory.
Mm-hmm. Errol, how you doing?
Okay, let's just look at let's just listen to what he said. Of course, Errol just say he's training like, he feels like he can beat all the welterweights. And Sean's talking about arrogance and stuff like that. See the energy? Remember, every time we talk about it, all the different energy that Sean's trying to bring, it's not a good look. But I want to focus on just the interviewers themselves, man. And even Keefe, man, if you listen to the interviewers themselves, man, it's like they're straight up full of what. With the way that they're kind of like going at Earl instead of instead of staying open. Listen to these bums. Here we go.
Let me ask you this. He told Sean to his face that you would knock him out. Now, we know that Sean's never been knocked out. Would it be a letdown if it doesn't happen?
A little bit. It'll be a little bit of a letdown. It's something that I really want. I really want to be the first person to stop Sean Porter. He want to be the first person to stop me too. So, I think it's in the back of both our minds. I'm not going to go out my way or look sloppy or, try to do something extra just to get the knockout. If it happens, it happens. But, hopefully I get it on Saturday night.
Errol, if you didn't knock out Mikey Garcia, what makes you think you can knock out Sean?
Keep throwing. That was a jab.
See, now you understand what I'm saying, right? Did you hear that question that was thrown in there right away? That you couldn't knock out Mikey, so what makes you think you can knock out Sean? See, it's just stupid shit like that. Why you if you're supposed to be open when it comes to an interview, you're not supposed to be just like trying to get on one fighter. But Earl's so calm about it. You check him out. He's still calm, and he goes through it.
I mean, I think Mikey's more defensively responsible than Sean Porter. So, I mean, I feel like with
there
Sean's
you go.
style, it definitely enables me to catch him coming in and knock him out. Mm-hmm. But that was good. That was a good question.
That was it.
Thank you, Errol. I didn't mean it in any kind of a way.
Hey, Sean, right now, man, Errol is still clearly
There's none
the
time.
favorite. Are you surprised that you're the underdog going into this fight? And how do you feel about it?
Not at all. I'm not surprised that I'm the underdog. This is where I come from. I'm blue collar, baby, and you know exactly what that means. We have to work for everything we get. And all the way up until now, I've had to work for everything that I've gotten. So it doesn't surprise me at all to be an underdog. Again, he's 25-0. He's young. He's, everybody looks at him like he's being avoided and things like that. So when it comes to this, I think that the betting odds are looking at it statistically more so than what could really happen in the fight. And so, for me, I'm just out there to prove everybody wrong now.
There have been a lot of great welterweight unification bouts that we've seen through the years. Errol, is this going to be more Mayweather-Pacquiao or more Leonard-Hearns?
I think it could be more of a Leonard Hearns. I mean, I think this fight here is going to be, very exciting. I think it'll be more exciting than for a Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. Just, with two of our styles meshing together with Sean, he's all action. I'm all action. So I think at some point we just going to be
all action, baby. So let's get ready for some action.
I think this right here might be, one of the classic fights, especially a classic unification fight.
Sean.
But what I want you, and then another thing to pay attention in this dumb interview is Keefe, but not just Keefe, but Earl's Earl's response when Sean tries to get out of hand. Just listen. I mean, we're gonna go through this, and then we're gonna be out of this, and then we'll give our assessments.
Classy fight, but I remember you called him dirty. So you think it's gonna be clean?
Oh yeah. No, I said classic.
Oh, classic. I'm sorry.
Classic. Blow for.
You see what he just did? He changed Earl's words to try to start some shit. They know what Earl's saying. Earl talk with that little southern drawl a little bit, but you understand what Earl's saying. Is it like one of y'all said before? Is it you just listening slow? You just slow. That's all. If you're not listening, I mean, you're supposed to be the person who's doing the interview. Then listen.
Toe to toe.
Do you still think he's dirty?
Not.
That ain't changed.
I mean,
in what 2 weeks?
Everybody knows.
He changed in 2 weeks. We about to find out though. This will be a classic.
Change. Everybody know he's dirty. I mean, whatever it takes to win. So I mean, that's that's what they do.
So Sean, you said repeatedly that Errol Spence will be broken in this fight. What makes you so confident?
You know what? Again, I think that a lot of guys have allowed Errol Spence to get his way. I think that I know that I'm prepared to do everything that it takes to make that not the case. I've been in the ring with you. You know how I come. You know that no matter what, no matter when, I'm going to be right there and do whatever it takes to do to get the job done. I think that Errol is relying on his size. I think he is relying on the power that he's held through 25 fights against guys who shy away from him. I think that that's what he's relying on. He thinks he can knock me out, things like that. He says I'm a 30 fighter. All of those things that he's saying, he really does believe all that. Right. I think that's going to take away from everything.
No, but you are right. And Errol, let me ask you this. I don't think you ever fought a style like Sean's. Sean is like in your face type of fighter. And
Now you see how the interviewers are still, I mean, you guys probably heard this one, but I don't know if you probably analyzed it or something like that, but you notice all the interviewers are like telling Errol that he never fought nobody like Sean. And see, Sean has to live off this hype. And the deeper into the interview, it's almost over with. The deeper into the interview, you're going to listen to him. And this is what I wanted to hear out of Sean. That's exactly what I needed to hear out of Sean because, like I said, I had a suspicion about all this new energy. And then the thing about Sean is he needs to have somebody on the outside. Even though he's been fighting so long, he needs to have somebody on the outside to boost up his confidence. Let's go ahead and finish this up real quick. Check it out.
Sometimes you fought against fighters that are more, stylistically boxers.
Fearful?
I don't know about all that, but more skillful fighters, meaning they're more boxers, and Sean is more in your face type of fighter.
It doesn't matter. I'm sure Ray Leonard never fought a style like Timer Hearns before he fought Timer Hearns. Timer Hearns never fought a style like Ray Leonard before he fought him. Hagler never fought a style like Timer Hearns before they fought each other. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's all about making adjustments inside the ring. It's all about adapting.
Listen, Eagles way of boxing.
I feel like I come out victorious, so I'm good at adapting. I feel like I've seen every
adapting.
Style, if it was amateur sparring or, professional. I've seen his side before. He's a come forward fighter. I feel like he can't box, so,
But we want to know, EJ, like you ready for a dog fight?
I'll be victorious.
That's what they want to know. People want to know, are you ready for a dog fight?
I'm ready for anything he brings to the table, period. It doesn't matter. I'm ready for anything he brings to the table.
Girl, like anything he brings.
So be it. It doesn't matter. On the ropes, wherever.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he's ready as well. Look, listen, he ain't ready. Hey, you scared me.
You think you're ready. You're supposed to be ready.
How do you feel about that when Errol writes up your skills?
It's okay. It's okay. It's only a matter of time.
You say what?
Anything he's written off, he's about to find out.
But at the same time, you almost reduce Errol to just his height, his size, his power. But we all saw from Errol that he has a lot more to offer than that in the Mikey Garcia fight.
And you haven't seen me offer any more than.
And you guys seen this clip right here, but this is.
Of my fights, you've seen it all from me.
If Sean tries this,
a little bit more than you've seen the rest of it. I think
both feet off the ground.
Here's the thing: when Errol Spence chose to box with Mikey. Nobody expected him to be able to box Mikey. And when he did that, he opened everyone's eyes. And with me, it's like, you know, I've been an aggressive fighter.
It didn't open everybody. Everybody knows from my amateur background.
The majority of my career, so that's what you expect.
You
know, so I think that you know, he may overlook it, he may underwrite it, or whatever the case may be. But you know, the jab is there, the straight right hand is there, the skills are there. I have boxer's eyes. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I want to see. And I will see what I want and get it.
Tell me how this one ends. Errol, you first.
Wow, Sean.
I'm knocking him out cold.
Sean?
Showtime Sean Porter leaves the building as the unified champion of the world.
Do you care whether you get a knockout or not?
Nope.
There we go.
It doesn't matter. I know beating Errol Spence will be great.
I might change my nickname to the
Showstopper. Will be done in
I might change my nickname to the Showstopper after Saturday night.
What's he say?
He's going to change his nickname to Showstopper after Saturday night.
Oh, stop it.
Errol,
that's cute. Where'd you come in with that one?
Errol the Showstopper Spence.
Hey!
You know it come off top of the dome. You know it come off top of the dome.
Yeah. See, Errol be thinking
All right,
quick.
guys, both of you, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Great to see you both. Best of luck in this one, Nick.
Yeah, that's how I think. I like to think quick like that. Yeah, that's the best way to think. Quick. When somebody's running their mouth. But if you notice, Deshaun, he at the end he really got like kind of flustered because he knows. He's trying to sell his own skill. I got a good jab. I got this. I got that. You know what I mean? Come on now. That's not the. Everybody knows. If somebody talking smack to you, man, you got to be able to say it the right way. You can't say you got a good jab. You got to say what you're gonna do with your jab. You know what I mean? That's how you talk smack back to somebody, man. You got to say what you're gonna do with your skills. You can't just say you got the skills. Oh, I got this. I got that. What you gonna do with it though? See? That's how you battle with somebody. Yeah. Talk to me after you eat this jab. After you start eating this jab, then talk to me. But like I said, we're going to cover it a little bit every day because it's like a little bit, we're getting a little bit closer, and we're getting a little bit closer, and a little bit closer. And just like this new one, we're getting a little bit closer. And you guys mark your calendar for that one. I got to mark my calendar for that one. I got to find out which forum it's going to be on as far as the Nigel Benn, because I'm interested in that Nigel Benn, man. That's gonna be fun right there. Yeah, that's gonna be nice right there. The Nigel Benn, it should be. It's gonna be fun. Here we go. Let y'all check this out, man. This is you know what time it is, or you might not know what time it is. Anyway. No update, family that I read of. If you guys know something, let me know. So we on schedule still. Where we at? December 5th. We still on schedule. You guys know what time it is. You guys know, and hopefully you guys ain't on the top train right there. Hopefully you guys down on the other side of the troll train. Because like I said, they taking us out here in the desert. You got some people walking, and they taking us out to this desert. The Devil's Deception in the desert in December. It's still on schedule. AJ Glassjaw against Andy Ruiz. And Ruiz will be bringing those straps back to the USA. But hold on, like I always say, we got the trolls on one side of the train, we on the other side. There's nothing to hold on to. As you see, they happy about it. Nothing to hold on to. No seat belts. No airbags. No restraints. Just your own will to hold you up, man. And keep us going. And hopefully when we get there and they drop us off in the middle of the desert, that it's not going to be a complete deception. Because we already know. That's why I call it the Devil's Deception in the desert in December. Because they are up to something. And we're going to find out what they're up to. Because all that money involved. And just like I reported, remember I told you guys like months ago, or not months ago, at least over a month ago. I said, I asked what everybody's thoughts were about all this money that the DAZN is spending. And it looks like, for me, that the payout is more than the money that's coming back in. So for me, it looked kind of like an offload. Like, oh, we need to get rid of some of this You know what I mean? Told y'all. Might be washing machines on that train. Hope you know what I'm talking about. Might be some washing machines on there. Yeah. Let's see a little bit. Let's read a little bit about what Shane had to say. Yeah. We're not gonna read everything he said, but he did say he leaned towards Spence. He said, I lean towards Spence on this one. He said Mosley told that's boxing news. So this comes out of boxing news. And just like the other one came off of that little interview with Spence and Porter came off of Fox, PBC. So here we go. He said he's not really bigger, but he's longer, and that's going to give Sean Porter a lot of problems. He's going to have to jump in and try to get to him. He's a southpaw as well, and that's speaking about Spence. But you already know that the Shane is not really that well spoken. So he didn't say who it was, but we have to put that. We know the inference, so we have to put that together ourselves. And then he says also Sean Porter doesn't seem to have one punch power, in which we never talked about that in here about the one punch power. He's got punching power, but it's not extreme punching power. He has great strength. He says though, and he knows how to use it well to his advantage, his strength. So I don't know what strength he's talking about. Maybe that the mauling, brawling, and throwing people around. That's just not gonna happen with Earl. But anyway, he said, I'm not sure how Spence deals with somebody inside who is crowding him the whole time. And this is coming from Shane. I mean, that's not coming from me. So I don't think he's going to be able to. That was one of his keys to victory for me. But for me, it doesn't look like I don't think he's going to be able to get in there. I mean, when I keep looking at it, I think he's going to be over anxious. Like I keep saying every day, he's going to be over anxious. He's going to do too much. Okay. He says, but I know that he's longer, and that is going to make it hard for Sean to jump in without taking something back. He needs to smother him and rule the fight that way. But that isn't going to be easy as it sounds. And we know that. It's not going to be as easy as it sounds. He said that seems to be the only way he can fight Earl Spence if he wants to win. He needs to get on his chest and bang away. I can't see him outboxing Spence. I got an important package or something that's at my door right now. Let me check this out right quick. Be right back, yo. All right, y'all. It wasn't what I thought it was. Yeah, but back up in here. Yeah, back up in here. And let's finish this up real quick. And then back down to the bottom, he says, bet you never know. He said it could be a funny style, and Porter could just end up being all over Spence, hitting him with all kinds of shots. He said, we'll find out. And I don't know about y'all, but I just do not see Porter hitting Earl with all kinds of shots. I just don't see it. And then let's go drop down. He says, I think Spence on paper looks like the best welterweight, but they have to fight it out. He said, fight it out to see. That's Mosley. That's Mosley again. Yeah. But a lot of people are saying that. But then he's not committed though. He's not committed to. Nobody's committed to saying. I'm committed to saying who's the number one welterweight to me, and that's Errol Spence. But nobody wants to be committed to say anything. Everybody's scared to say something. Like, oh, I don't want to say it. Well, just say it. You know, just say it. If you think somebody's good, or you think somebody's the best, you think somebody's good, let's hear it. Let's talk about it. But don't give us all this crap and act like you don't know. Oh, I just don't know. I just don't know Manny. He's still hanging his hat on Manny too. And I know one of y'all out there, y'all love Manny a lot, but it's not gonna end up well for Manny if he hangs around too long. Because he's trying to, you know, like I said, he's trying to get this bread. He's trying to get all this money, but it's just not working for him to get all this money. You know, it's not going to work out well if he has to fight those top lines. It's just not going to work out well for him. That's my opinion about it. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but in my opinion, I just don't see it going, you know, too good because. And then these fighters, especially these welterweights, they got to fight. B&B boxer we see out there, he said, salute Eagles. Where, yeah, these fighters got to fight. Like everybody keep bringing up Bud, and even I didn't even want to read that part that Mosey was talking about Bud too. I'm like, And then he said if Earl beats Sean, that he don't know if he's number one still. I'm like, that's dumb for you to say something like that. And then they keep throwing Bud in the mix. I'm like, first of all, Bud, Danny, and whoever is in top three up there besides Earl and besides the champions, whoever's out there got to fight. Ugas got to fight Danny. Ugas got to fight Bud. Because WBO, we already know that. We already know that belt, man. I'm not counting that belt. Sorry. If y'all count the belt, it's fine, but I'm not going to count that belt. But those guys are going to have to fight, man. That's plain and simple, man. You got to show us something. We got to see it, man. You can't just be just looking to fight, just work. And, you know, and then with Bud just wanting to only fight Earl Spence, is something wrong with it. He's trying to look for a retirement check or something. It looked kind of suspicious, man. I don't know what y'all's thought is on that, but that looked kind of suspicious to me, where you just want to fight one fighter. You're not interested in all the belts. You just want to fight one fighter. What, I'm going to prove I can beat this fight? What, you going to try to go out on your shield, fight as hard as you can, you know, and hope for the best or something like that? Yeah. But it just ain't going to work out. It ain't going to work out well. But anyway, that little interruption I had, that was an unwanted interruption. I thought it was something else because I was expecting something important. And here I am all excited about it, about getting something that's important. And then what I was looking for is not even there. It's somebody that's unwanted. You know, I can't stand when somebody's unwanted, especially I'm doing something. I'm trying to be on here and cook. I'm trying to do my little side of the boxing and stuff like that. Yeah. And salute to everybody that showed up. You guys are troopers, man. You guys come to Eagles Way of Boxing. You guys mess with me. And I like that when I got people to come in and mess with me like that. I don't think some people might not have showed up. Well, I got people in here probably now because I told them that I was going to come on. So some personal people just hanging on the wall. But maybe the title kind of threw them off because they didn't know I was going to throw Nigel Benn in there. Nigel Benn coming back because these British fighters just can't. They're not getting it done. And maybe he came in the Eagles web and he seen that page, man. Maybe he seen this right here. Y'all know what's up. So maybe he seen this page here. He came in. He's like, hey, wait a minute. I got to go. We got to do something about this. Because it's starting to add up. And somebody was saying, who was they? Somebody was trying to, what they said, put, I forget who they said, Stevens on there, or Chris Stevens or something like, I forget his name. I know who he is though. Yeah, but he suffered. He only got knocked out like 4 times though. Yeah, he only got knocked out 4 times, but you know that's a lot of that's taking a lot of knockouts, especially he got 7 losses and stuff. I don't know. I might put him up, but right now it feels good to have all these fighters from across the ocean on here, and it's pretty cool. I got the most hate. Y'all didn't even tell me, man. I got the most hate as I ever got on my chat, man, yesterday, man. I had a lot of hate in here. I see you out there, Christopher. Your name, Ocha Kai. He says Shalom, Ocha Nemukwa. Eagles Web. He says Shalom, Shalom, Hashe. Don't know what kia shatakia. Come on, Hane Nakwa. Shell Shakai. Shanai, Ho Chao Ne Kai. Watch Oka. Amor na no she chichukwa. Susuk to kwa. Mamio kwa. That's right. With the Father, it's all the power. All the power comes from the Creator. That's for the real people. The real people, that's where the power comes from. Right there. Keep that up for just a little bit. Because my stream, I don't know, my camera might be freezing or something like that. I keep getting these things just telling me how that my stream is being messed with. This is the worst day ever for this because it's happened like about, I would say 15 times since I started right here. Okay. And then Don Dada's back in there. Don Dada says Porter has to get low and come up through EJ's body. Eagles Web. Easier said than done. That's it. Chicken. Okay, saluting out to. You're right. That he's gonna have to get inside. And I think that's gonna be his only hope right there. You guys looking at the miracle screen, because this right here, that right there, as you guys see, that is not going to work on Errol. And the thing about it, Paulie's small. He is small as a welterweight, man. He's not big. Small with no power. Small with no power. And I don't think Sean took him out. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Sean actually took him out. But all of a sudden he's gonna come out. He's, like I said, man, all this new stuff, man, predicting all these rounds and stuff like that. First round, 8th round. Oh, here we go. Still dropping frames and stuff, man. I don't like to have to keep talking about that. Every time I come on, I gotta talk about how many frames and stuff that have been dropped. Because I'm trying to get some some information out there. Because a lot of people don't even know that that Nigel Benn was fighting, or he's back to fighting. A lot of people don't know that, and that's a shame when Nigel Benn has to come back. Nigel Benn has to come back because you guys ain't fighting. Yeah, he got to come back because you guys ain't doing what you're supposed to do. So you making Nigel Benn come back. How'd that make y'all feel? Yeah. And then another thing with the Chisora and Parker. That's kind of a, I don't know how y'all got it, but the way I'm looking at it is, if Chisora comes in with his anger management energy, he could pull that one off. He could pull it off. It's not like he don't have the tools. But the thing is, I think we have to worry about his stamina and everything. His stamina. But those are like fighters that are fighting. They're just not in. Please, they're not even really at Commonwealth status. I mean, they're like low. They're even low on Commonwealth. So you know what they really are on the world stage. And by the way, hit that like button. I don't need 1,000 dislikes today. Well, y'all killed me yesterday with the dislikes. Cause Don Dollar didn't put y'all in check. He know his job. Don, you didn't come in. You didn't put him in check like you supposed to. Yeah, you supposed to come in and put him in check, man. Let him know, hey, hit that. Let me just want y'all to see that, because I know it didn't show up last time. That screen right there, that's the one I was telling you guys about to take a look at. Christopher Jornet. And you see that's one shot, but it's different angles of it, and then a close up. And pay attention to that close up, just so you can maybe understand, because that's actually, I know that it's prophecy, but a lot of people don't understand it, But I know it's that shot is actually prophecy, because it was coming from something when I was doing something already that was spiritual. I know, he's talking this spiritual stuff again. Yeah, I'm gonna always do that, because I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change who I am. I let people go ahead and change around me, and which I do have people that change around me, and people that are in here are smart enough to know, some of the places that that they see me at, they can see the energy themselves. They're nobody's dumb. So I got people that mess with me, and they can see. Matter of fact, I had somebody even came in here and asked me one time that what's going on or whatever, and I just told them, hey, whatever it is, that's what it is. Because I'm not going to get into it over here. Yeah. Somebody, you got my email. Just email me. If you want to know something or you want to talk about something, hey, you got my email? Email me. And I'm not saying email me because I'm putting you on to, because that's a different show, y'all. That's a whole different show. If I ask for the email and then to ask y'all to come in. You don't want to come in the Eagles web like that. There's a different. I don't have the patience for you. I'm just going to smash you up and throw you out. You see up in here, Sir Flame? He says salute to Eagles Web Boxing. Into the chat as well. Yeah, coming in proper. Where Dark Truth at? All the people that come in not proper. Gil Coles ain't here today. Dark Truth. I don't see Nasim. I don't see Ewood. Wow. A lot of people ain't in today. Yeah. Tell him Sir Flame. The Sir Flame coming in right. He said, jab that like button. Uppercut that subscribe icon as well. That's right. Thank you. He puts that out there. B&B Box, he says, Earl, my number one welterweight. He said, I'm not worried about Sean's style because Earl's experienced it with Kell Brook and he stopped him. Yeah, all that coming forward stuff. Yeah. But also we see that coming forward stuff with Kell Brook. If you noticed that with Kell Brook, remember y'all, was you here for that show? B&B, you might not have been here. You might have to go back over and look at that breakdown because I did a total breakdown of the Earl Spence versus Kell Brook. And I let everybody see close-ups and everything. In slow motion, you can see the fear in his eye and everything. You can see his eyes. You can see the fear in his eyes. And you could just see the defensive posture even when he was on offense. You could see all the defensive posture he was in. And you could see that everything Earl throw is meaningful. Earl is going to throw he's going to throw such hard shots this fight that people are just going to be shaking their head like, God dang, I didn't know Earl throw like what. And I'm going to try, I'm going to do a show, like a post-fight show right after. I may even do it right there. I may even do it like right there at the center itself. I might just do it right there. So that'll be cool if we do it. If we do it that way, yeah. And I know I see Marlo. See Marlo, I was trying to talk to you last time, sir, but you bounced on me. But yeah, you got your blue suit on. Modded you guys up. I know you guys will be calling it. Shoot, I don't know, man. Rather listen to y'all call it. I like the way y'all call the fight. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna be watching the fight at the same time. I'll be like, shoot, I listen to Marlo's corner so I can hear the fight. But then I'll be doing too much that way. I'm like, oh man, I'm doing too much. I'm listening to them because I like the way they call the fight. At the same time, I'm gonna be calling the fight. I'm gonna try to do my reports after every round. So I'm gonna try to come on live right after. So you guys join me if you want. I'm gonna try to go in live like right after the fight. And who knows? So I'm gonna report the rounds and stuff, and then I'll just do a replay on what I reported. I just talk about the rounds. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have my little my card. I may have something. I might have like a little card so I can write the key points. I gotta do it thorough, man, because this is exciting to me. But like I said, I'm riding 100% on that with Earl. 100%. You know what I mean? You guys saluting each other out. Okay, Sir Flame. Okay, Black Magic, salute to you. Also, sir. Black Magic OG up in here. He said, salute Eagles Web in the chat. Yep. Marlo's Corner say, peace chat. And then Don Dada, he's at Marlo. Everybody's saluting each other out. Salute. So we get all those salutes out there. Yeah. But just to do a little recap on it, Nigel Ben is coming back. He's tired of all these, he's tired of seeing this type of stuff. You guys already know. So he's tired of seeing this. I don't know about that, Marlon Corey. He said he's back with the best PEDs. Yeah. Oh no, he might be. Yeah. You right. They got stuff, and well, here's the deal with all the PEDs. Like I mean, I had a whole show. I had to do damn near a whole show on that, and everybody knows by now that all of them do not have to come from the doctor. All of them do not. All this stuff that's going to enhance you to fight or run or jump higher and all this shit does not have to come from the doctor. Some of it's legal and it's not detectable. But we're going to see. He's been out for 23 years. I'm interested. It's going to be on the 23rd. I don't know how ironic that is. 11/23. But I'm interested in seeing. Let me see it. Let me see what he's going to bring back. Well, if you look at this page right there, how much worse is he going to do than these right here? AJ on his knees. Tyson Fury on his back. Liam Welch on his knees. Carol Brook on his knees. Ricky the Hitman got hit and he on his back with his eyes rolling. Amir Khan looking like he's laying he laying on the turn side right there, turnbuckle. The bottom turnbuckle, he laying like he's asleep. So Nigel want to come and get it done. We're going to see what he do. Come back and get that done. But Marl, that's funny though. He come and say, yeah, he's back with the best PEDs. Yeah, the best PEDs probably can't keep you in it. They're not detectable. But what's going to happen to him though? If everybody think about what can happen to him, if he comes back, he can take anything he wants to be honest. He could be on steroids, PED. He can be on anything. Because it's not going to be for a championship. He can come back and do what he wants to. Matter of fact, he might just be doing it. He might be coming back and just doing whatever he wants to. He said, hey, I'm going to come back. I'm going to show him what, since they own this stuff, let me see what it feels like to be on it. Because I've never taken it. You know what I mean? So he might be like, I want to see what it's like. But Sean, again, I keep showing this right here. But Sean, is you're not going to be able to get in here with this right here. I don't know. I hope they don't smash my my stream like they smash my stream sometime. Like, god dang. Yeah. This here, yeah. I keep trying to show it, but that right there, folks. That left leaping. I know how to fly now. I think I can fly. I'm Jordan. And I'm a boxer at the same time in the ring. Sean Porter, that's gonna get you murdered up in there. Because at one point, I know somebody had agreed with me before. At one point, he is gonna try that. Yeah, he is gonna try that at one point. He is gonna try that. Anybody got picks on the Chisora Parker? Oh, nobody really cares. Yeah, and I don't cover. That's right, Dot. That's right. Who neck? He got the rich out there in the web. He said, who neck? That's right. Who neck? Who got that neck? Yeah, but it is straight. That's like Earl said, man. It's lining up the way Earl said it. Strap season. Get this strap. That's what it is for him. The strap season. I'm going for straps. Neck strap. At the same time he's getting straps, he's writing out retirement checks. Because like we covered before, man, when him and Wilder when they put the smash down on you, and I'm not talking about just a win. When they put the smash down on you, you don't come back. You're not in nobody else's conversation. You're not in anybody else's conversation. When it comes to championship, we don't hear from you no more. And matter of fact, Mikey's still sitting. Everybody act like it was set in stone about him fighting Pacquiao. It's not set in stone. Cause I was reading something today where it says, "Who do you want to see fight?" And here they trying to trick us with that. Who we want to see again? Do we want to see Danny or do we want to see Mikey fight Pacquiao? And they pulled that shit on us before, and then EJ wasn't even in the conversation. See, and you notice that now they just putting two in the conversation. They not even talking about Earl. Shit, Earl could fight back in what? This is September. So October, November, December. Shit, Earl could fight back in December or January. He can get back in there. Especially if the fight goes as planned. He can get right back in there. So they can stop with that, man. They always trying to label stuff and then they going to that's it. So they going to give you two choices. You know, that's like ice cream or some shit. You know, they got vanilla and they got chocolate. You're like, well, which one you like? Like, damn, I like that chocolate, but I like vanilla. I'm like, that's it. But me, myself, I'd rather have strawberry. I don't know, a lot of people don't like strawberry, but I'd rather have strawberry. So we can't get strawberry in there. We can only get Danny and we can only get Mikey. And I think Mikey, like I said, man, Mikey is not going to be good, man. Mikey got to go fight somebody first, man. We got to see if he still got it, man. Because he got the shit beat out of him, man. Oh, okay. Marlo's Corner said, Eagles Web Boxing, appreciate you, fam. He said, I'll be in, but try to come back. Okay. Well, anytime you can come by, man, it's nice to have y'all come by, man. I come see y'all when I can, man. I go see everybody. Everybody know I go to everybody's show when I get a chance to. But I gotta get on that grind, man. You guys be out there because I'm in the West right now, so I'll still be at a lot of times I'm at work, man. You know what I mean? So I'm at work sometime. Okay, B&B, you said you might call the fight, but we'll see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do my report. You know, I'm gonna try to do my report on it, man. And then I'll go check out what y'all doing too, and I'll do my report because I want to see how accurate I am versus how you guys on any calls. And I'm not gonna probably do all the fights. I'm probably just I'm gonna concentrate on that main one. Looks like Benavidez is probably. I think I had to give him an edge in this fight, but we'll see, man. Because stranger things happen. Stranger things happen. Stranger things do happen. So, we're going to see, man. Hopefully we're going to call these things, man. But I'm going to think about this, man. How exciting is this, though? Even if a lot of people ain't really excited about this November 23rd. But just think about it, man. Even PEDs or steroids or whatever, man. You got a 55-year-old just showing much disrespect to all these fighters that's coming up. He's like, man, you guys just ain't getting it done. And this is not the first time that this happened in history, right? George Foreman did it. George Foreman did it and was successful. See? Joe Frazier did it. And see, if people don't know, Joe Frazier did it. And he was successful, but, he was successful that he didn't take an L. He was successful because he came back and got a draw. If y'all didn't know. Yeah, he came back and got a draw. And there's been other fighters that have actually done it, man. And they come back, they say, man, we got to do it for the OGs. That's what they say. We got to do it for the OGs, man. We got to come back, man. These youngsters ain't doing it. And like we covered before and on my last, is what we covered is that they're not doing is they're not allowing the older trainers to have a say. They just got them sitting on the sideline. They like, sit your ass down, old timer. This is a whole new time in boxing and stuff, man. Man, you need those old tricks of the trade, man. You need those. You need every trick available, and they're not tricks when they call them tricks. You need every skill to add to your skill set, man. You need every skill to add to your skill set. Boxing is not new, man. Boxing been around for hundreds of years now. But so you need all those skills, all the way back to Jack Johnson. You need all those skills, man. The fighters that have all those skills that make themselves complete, those are the ones can't nobody touch. Earl got a lot of those skills, but we're going to see with Sean how many more skills he got. But to just take away and just have all these trainers, and especially when trainers tell you some dumb shit, I can't change the fighter, I can only work with this or work with that. No. He's a professional. Change his ass up. Make sure he gets comfortable with it. He'll just have to overtrain or something. He'll just have to train his ass off, but you got to get him comfortable, because the thing is, the older fighters always talked about adjustments. And that's what Earl's talking about. Earl's talking about whatever adjustments I got to make. Don't nobody understand that? Whatever adjustments I got to make to win this fight, that's what I'm going to do, the adjustments. And then you got the other side talking about, oh, he's never fought nobody like me. They could, there's not going to let him dictate and stuff like that. Well, guess what? He just null and voided what you just said, because he said he's going to make adjustments. Who don't understand what adjustments means? Okay, so if you change up and you do this, I'm going to make adjustments. See? People just don't get it, man. Let me get back in here and see what y'all talking about, man. Even my chat is pissing me off now. I'm messing with y'all, man. Marlon's Corner, he crying. He crying and rolling all over the place. And then Sir Flame in there. Sir Flame said, Spence, by unanimous decision, I just don't, Porter getting knocked out. Porter don't suffer from BCD. But let's go back a little bit, though, Sir Flame. Who put his ass down? Was the heaviest handed fighter, did the heaviest handed fighter put him down? Even if you think it was a flash knockdown or whatever it was, did the heaviest handed fighter put him down? Did the fighter with the best skill set put him down? He's been down before. He's been down before, man. And once your chin gets cracked, it can be cracked again. And when we say KO, man, you got to remember, man, a KTFO is not the only kind of KO. Because you can have a technical stoppage, right? You can have a corner stoppage. You can have a doctor stoppage, whatever it is. If you have to stop for any reason, you probably stopped because you was going to get KTFO. And that's probably why they made it, they probably made it to where they stopped the fight. See what I mean? So I'll be there. I'll let you know. And I'll remember your comment. And so I'll be targeting you. So all of you that say that it's not going to be a knockout or something like that, or Spence don't have enough, it's going to be like this is a decision. It's not going to be mop. It's not going to, whatever. When you get back in here, we got to talk about it. If you go to Marlowe's, you got to talk about it. Now, wherever you go, you got to talk about it. You go to B&B, you got to talk about it. Because that's what we do. We talk about it. So we talk about that. We talk about it. So it don't matter. Whoever on that L side, that's who. Hey, and you guys know how I do. If you get on the L side in here, that's it. And if you do a lot of talking, you already know. If you do a whole lot of talking shit, then you know where you end up at. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Since I clicked this page up here, I just want to talk about that real quick. What do you guys think? You don't have to write it down, but just your thoughts on Leo. See? On Leo, think about it. Now he's pulling some bullshit. Instead of putting that check move, he's like, oh, what? My dad didn't know who he was. Oh, come on, man. You could have. It took you that long to come up with that comeback? That my dad didn't know who he was? That's his comeback. After all that conversation, man, he held my chat up for 10 minutes talking about his ass yesterday. And this is his comeback. Oh, my dad didn't know who that was. You know, talking about Mr. Gary Russell. He didn't know who he was. I'm like, oh man, that's your comeback? When all of us know it would have been hand time. It would have been hands time, man. You putting your hand on my parents like that? No, man. We fighting. If I can't get to you right then and there, we got to sign some kind of contract, man. We got to sign within a week. We signing the contract. We not waiting. But you gonna come back? Oh, Dad didn't know who he was. And I see you down there, Sir Flame. He said that depends on how Spence's face looks after them elbows. That overhand and headbutts. But that overhand elbow ain't going to work on Spence. That overhand elbow. Yep. Tony Boswell said, I really like how Eagles Wear brings the history of boxing to his channel. Much respect. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you, man. You always got a good observation. And I try my best to bring certain stuff in because a lot of people don't know and they're not familiar with like some of the older fighters like the Frazier. And as a matter of fact, that's how we got the saying in Eagles Wear boxing. That's how we got the saying that Triple J always come in here saying, he said that Frazier get you hazy. That come from our great champ. That come from Joe Frazier. So we don't use smoke in here. We say Frazier. Because Frazier, like I said, you go back to Jack Johnson was the smoke. And then Joe Frazier turned it into the smoking. If you smoking, that means you bringing heat. Because you ain't going to have smoke without some fire underneath it. So Joe Frazier bring that fire, that smoke. And then so in Eagles Web Box, somebody else can call themselves Smoke. I mean, we'll respect that. And matter of fact, he did have somebody in his family. I think it was his nephew. His nephew was didn't disrespect him. His nephew called himself. I think his name was Tiger, if I'm not mistaken. See, I got all these names to go by, but he called himself Puffer Smoke. So one fighter did take his name. He called himself Puffer Smoke. But in our boxing chat, we changed it over to Frazier. We say that Frazier will get you hazy. In other words, you can't see shit after that smoke. They'll get you rocked. And eventually KTFO, that Frazier get you hazy. That's how we say it up here in Eagles Web Boxes. You know, we got our own lingo and stuff like here. Yep. Check it out. Okay, y'all saluting each other. Look who come in, y'all. I ain't seen him for a little bit, man. I almost had to admire his ass for a little bit. I almost took his blue suit away. But he back. And I seen him back in here. He said Eagles Web. He said salute, fam. So he back. Yep. Why you ain't gonna tell me about the video, Marla? You ain't gonna tell me about it? You gonna just hold your conversation with everybody in there? You ain't gonna invite me to check it out? All right, I see how you doing. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, not seeing. But come see us sometime, man. You missed some good stuff, man, the other day, man. But yeah, the reason I got to that, man, Leo Santa Cruz, come on, man. We gotta see something better than that, man. You can't come back and talk about no shit like that. You can't come back, oh, my dad didn't know who he was. Nah, man, no. You knew who he was. So you letting strangers mess with your dad. Now that's even the worst look now. You letting strangers mess with your dad. Your dad don't know who people is. What people are doing messing with your dad or even around your dad that your dad don't know. See? That's how you ended up on the Sheep and Lions clothing, man. That's how you ended up on this page right here. Next thing we know, and so Gary Russell is trying to put you on this other page right here. He's trying to put you on the I Got the BCD page. That's what he's trying to put you at. And you will end up on my wall. Even if I gotta put up 10 slideshows up there. You guys will be up there on my wall with the BCD. I got BCD. If anybody don't know Eagles Web Talk, BCD is the brittle chin disease. And it's also named after the guy that is right above, and that's Amir Khan. We can also call it the Khan. The Khan is BCD. That's brittle chin disease. That's when you take that little check and you end up on your knees. And all these British fighters, they love referees. They be looking up at the ref like, hey, you okay, ref? No, are you okay? You the one call. I got to give you the count. Yeah, Leo, do something, man. You got to show us something. Yep. You got to show us, baby. Come back and say something. Mauling, brawling is the only way that Sean going to survive this fight. I'm telling y'all right now. Trying to fight outside. You see up here Gil Coles with your late ass. Salute. He said salute Eagles Web in the chat. Mauling, brawling. That's the only way he going to get away with this one, man. Is mauling, brawling, and trying to impose some kind of will on Earl. He going to have to try to impose some kind of will on Earl Spence. That's it. That's the bottom line. That's all he can do is impose his will on Earl Spence. Nothing else. There's nothing else he can do. He said a towel too. Morris Coney down there he clowning at the bottom. He said a towel too. Yep. Yeah, a towel. Yeah, you're right. You throw in that towel. Yep. So that's still a KTFO. If your parents, in this case, your trainer, who is your parent, if he gets too concerned about you, oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad you brought it up, Marla's Corner. Now, okay, so that's the point. Okay, because I didn't write a lot of stuff down this time. Now, if you guys remember, okay, now now we're talking about Sean Porter. He did take that damn. Remember? Do you guys remember when he took that knockdown? You remember what happened when he was in the corner? Do you remember what happened? See, worst thing you can do as a trainer And I'm paraphrasing. I told you to be careful. Think about that. Now, is that sound advice? Is that sound advice? I told you to be careful. Is that sound advice? Is that an instruction? Is that a way of fight? Y'all figure it out. Is that the way you're supposed to fight? I told you to be careful. What kind of instructions is that? Go out there and be careful. You're a fighter. You come over to your corner. This is the instructions I give you. I told you to be careful, or be careful. Be careful out there. Is that boxing advice? Or is that advice you give your kids on the block or when they cross the streets? So in other words, he's looking at his son like, oh, you crossing the street right now. You got to be careful out there. Go ahead and be careful against Earl. Mikey was careful, covering up. Go ahead, be careful. Because if you put yourself in that shrimp position where you're all folded up like a cooked shrimp, Earl's going to bang the shit out that body, and he's going to throw everything he can at you. As soon as they get in that shell, that defensive cover-up shell, being careful, that's when Earl does, the most damage to you. When he gets you to start covering up. Go on over there and cover up. Your ass is going to be in trouble. And I'm glad that Marla brought that up, talking about that towel, because, Kenny, I remember he said that. And I might be paraphrasing, but I told you to be careful. And that was against Broner. And Broner got short arms and didn't have the most powers. Yeah. Marla's Corner. He said, eat that crow. He said, we do it 100 at Eagles Wear Boxing. Yeah. But you know what, Marla? The thing about it, as I take it like this, I'm going to eat everybody already know I'm going to eat everybody know I eat my crow. They already know how I want it. I already told them. I said, if I eat my crow, I said, you know what? I said, you can leave half the feathers on my shit. I said, I just want mine boiled. I said, but just put some salt. I ain't trying to do like everybody else. They eating the crow. They want barbecue sauce, and they want it cooked on the grill, cleaned properly and all that, so they can try to, get some of that taste out their mouth and make it seem like it's a barbecue chicken. But I don't care. I don't want the barbecue chicken. I want to taste the shit, so I'll behave from now on. I watch my predictions or whatever. But I eat the salted crow. I ain't got no problem eating the salted crow, man. Y'all know. Hey, steam me up some crow, man. A little bit of salt on it. Leave half the feathers. Make me work, man. I got to pull feathers off while I'm eating my crow. I give a damn, man. If I got to do it, I got to do it, because everybody got to do it every once in a while. So he said, yo, I'm right. Sir Flamin', he said, oh yeah, if I'm right, I'll own it. If I'm wrong, barbecue crow. See, remember I told you? And I didn't even read that until right now. He talking about barbecue. See, Sir Flame, he don't want to eat that. Hey, choke that shit down like me, Sir Flame. No barbecue crow. Salted just like mine. I can't do bland. I can't do plain. I got to have something on it. I can't do just like plain, like plain crow. I can't do that. Like plain nothing. They got to have some kind of salt. I know it's going to be nasty as hell, but still. Marlon back in there laughing, dying. He said, oh, Z. He said 2.0. Yep. And Nazim in there crying. He said, Sir Flame back in there. He said, yeah, Santa Cruz don't want to fight Russell Jr. No, man. It's over with for him, man. Because that's the punk move, man. You don't pull no move like that. Oh, he doesn't know who he is. We know who he is, okay? All the fans know who he is. So don't even pull that shit. Sir Flame back in there again. He said, there's no way. He said, you touch my fam, I'm touching you as soon as possible. But if I can't get paid to touch you, yeah, make it happen. There you go. Sir, for everybody on the same page. So don't give us that shit, Leo. Don't give us that bullshit. Nobody want to hear that. He said, Marla's Corner, he said, jab that like button on your way in for Eagles Wear Boxing chat. There you go. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Hit that damn like button on your way in. Don said, UNC, he said, would have knocked his ass out into the middle of next week. Oh, yeah, no kidding. Man, that's not, come on, you playing with somebody's family on that, man. And then Sir Flame back in there again. Jab that like button on your way in or out. He said, boxing. He said, them gloves up, fist pound, and fire at the same damn time. He said, I stay on the deck, fam. He said, I hear you, but some days I can't chat. Always smash the like button, regardless, LDBC. He said, let's get it. That's right, Nassim. But Nassim, you know I'm just messing with you, my boy, man. I just mess with y'all, man. All my people that I keep in blue, I try to keep all of them in blue. I had to, because some of them I did, they already came in, they had blue on, and I met, sometimes I dropped the ball and I slipped a couple of times, and people didn't have their blue when they got in here, like Marlo. But when he left, he came in today, he had on blue. So some people I just, sometimes I slip up a little bit. All of us slip up a little bit, but we not that, we ain't ice skaters and shit like that, so we slip up. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all, any ice skaters in here with your ballerina ass? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Marlon's cornerback in there. Okay. Oh, first of all, okay. Let me get Tony Boswell. He said Sean will make it a dog fight, but what he fails to recognize is that Spence got more dog in him than they think. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Earl Spence can fight. He can dog fight. That's what people don't know. Is if you do some dirty shit to Earl gonna do dirty shit back, and he just come get you. You making him mad is the worst thing you can do. If you just fighting and he doing what he want to do, then you gonna get a smash down, but it ain't gonna be so severe. But when you start like Algeria and then you start shaking your hips and sticking your tongue out and all that shit, he gonna beat the shit out you. Earl don't play that shit. Oh, you clowning now, huh? Because he gonna take it as disrespect. And Marlo's cornerback, and he said Eagles web. He said I was going to, but you was cooking. I told that Sir Flynn because he brought up something I thought would have him laughing. But check it out. It's the newest one. Okay, yeah, no doubt, man. Bet, I got you. Yeah, but that shit. All that shit that Sean does, man, is. He's actually made the order, which a lot of people just not seeing. He's made the order. He's made the order because Earl is good in and outside, in mid-range. And Earl's going to keep it mid-range, I think. The best thing for Earl to do is keep it. He don't need to keep him outside. Keep it mid-range and then wait for your time and wait to catch your time when Sean gets desperate and he tried that one of those leaping overhands and shit, the leaping overhand elbow or the leaping overhand that he throws. Just wait for that shit and then catch him. Broner caught his ass. And he wasn't even doing a leaping overhand when Broner caught him. So he can be caught. So everybody got to just know that your ass can be caught and you're going to end up caught. If you can be caught, then that Frazier that he's going to bring, that Frazier will make you hazy. That EJ Mikey will make you forget about your life decisions. And that's what that EJ Mikey, in case somebody come in here that's new and they don't know what EJ Mikey is, the EJ Mikey, when you put the EJ Mikey on somebody who is named after Earl Spence and Mikey, if you put the EJ Mikey on somebody, then you beat the life decisions out of them. And that's what's it. And Earl be putting that EJ Mikey on a lot of fighters, man, because you ain't talking about none of the fighters that he had, like, that he put major work in. You ain't talking about them. They not even in the top 8. Nobody's even talking about them no more because he put that much damage on them. Everybody that Sean fights still be fighting. Name 4 fighters that Sean fought that he just took out of boxing. Yeah, Nassim the Dream. He said, yeah, Sean will come to fight, and that would be his end. He said Mikey stopped trying to win, and that's why he survived. Yep, all that covering up like we see, but those ribs was wide open. He's not the same, man. Yeah, he's not the same, believe me. A salute to the boxing conversation with Reggie Owens up in here. He said, salute my peoples. And then I seem to dream at, okay, he's at Reggie Owens. And then Marlo's Corner said Broner called him in the 12th. He's had get low as the fight go on. And he a vet. Yeah, he a vet. But the thing about it, even just getting caught though. See, the thing is you can't, When you bring up the 12th round and you say that he got caught by Broner in the 12th round, how many people do Broner actually catch? Because Broner admires the work that's not there. And that's what people don't understand. With Broner could be a lot better, but he's admiring shit that's not there. He's admiring a defense that don't exist. And so, you know what I mean? He's admiring. So he's sitting there like admiring, oh yeah, I blocked a lot of shots. No, you got caught with a lot of shots. I landed the most effective punches and you threw 4 punches in the round. No, you didn't. You didn't block all them shots. So he's under the illusion that he's blocking more shots than he is and that he's landing cleaner shots than what he is. And you can see it in his face. Like he'll do that little fold up He'll do that like half shell and shit and throw those punches out of there. But look, you got caught with a lot of shit. If you was getting down low, like if you was like a Parnell Whitaker and you can get down real low and make those punches go over you and then land those few shots that you land, then you can get around. Even though you didn't land that many punches, you can get around for that because you made your opponent miss a lot of shots, and then whatever you was doing was effective. And that's what they call effective on the aggressive side, that you was effective. And on defensive side, that you had great defense because you got down low and those punches went up over you. So just getting caught, and I look at and see, and everybody know when I did that Kell Brook breakdown that Earl all Earl tries to do is catch you. He don't try not to catch you. Precise punching like Michael Moore. Precise. If you guys don't know who Michael Moore is, look at him when he was a light heavyweight. It's mostly just nothing but stoppages. Nothing but stoppages. TKO, KOs, and then corners just throwing in towels. That's what it was. And yeah, Mikey got out of it, but his life decisions got beat out of him. He should have been already fighting by now. Earl's about to fight. How come Mikey ain't about to fight? Mikey should be at least fighting next month then, right? If Earl's fighting this month, Mikey should be fighting next month or in December. Why he's not fighting? He got that bag and he out. Why? Somebody let me know. Yeah, the chat ain't moving up that fast. Let me know. Will you give me those thoughts on it? Tony Boswell laughing out loud. And then Nassim up in there again with the crying. He always crying. Marlo's counter said, hands. And then, okay, Reggie is saluting people out. And then Marlo's Corner's laughing his ass off, rolling back and forth. And then Marlo's Corner, that's like saying, I told you not to touch that stove. Yeah. Yeah, you can't give out no damn instructions. Like, that's not no instructions, man. If you tell, be careful out there. That's the instructions you give a kid. Don't touch that coffee pot. Or don't touch that, yeah. Don't get in that tub yet, it's too hot. Look both ways before you cross the street. Oh, I told you to watch out. See, Kenny, he's too caring. A lot of people don't see that aspect of the fight either. They don't see Kenny's too caring for his son. That's the worst way to be. If you in your corner, you're in the corner of your son. That's the worst way to be, is being overcaring. It's overcaring out there. Oh, he caught you a little bit too much on that, so do this. And see, he gonna cause his own son to lose by telling him to try certain shit, like, is watch out for that left to the body or whatever. And then he gonna start covering the body up, and then he gonna catch one up high. After a while, all he gonna be doing is telling him to stay covered up. And if he stays covered up, everybody knows what's happening. Once you stay covered up on Earl's gonna beat the shit out of you. As simple as that. Like I said, he reminded me of Michael Moore. Remember, Michael Moore he used to just make corners throwing towels. Like, he's just gonna beat you. He's gonna beat you up until you just can't take no more. Until you just fold in half. Like, oh shit, I can't do nothing but fold in half. That's all you can do. But we're gonna look forward to it, man. We're gonna look forward to it, and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what it's like, man. We're gonna see what this beatdown is like, man. If Sean come up and does something, then we'll report on that. But if the likelihood of it that he takes this beat down, then we're gonna report on that. Sean, you just got smashed. You got the EJ Mikey put on you, and we're gonna report on that. So whichever way we gotta report on it, that's the way we're gonna report on it. And Don Dada says Vada for this fight. He got that question up. I believe so. That Vada is for the fight. Yeah, they there. But we're not even. That's not even. I don't think that really comes into question at all. Or what comes into question is this is gonna be one of them fights where Earl has a chance to come in at a weight that he's not as dehydrated as he's been in the past. And a lot of people, like, if you didn't listen to the interview that Earl did when people talk about the Mikey Garcia fight, does anybody understand that Earl for that fight didn't even do strength and conditioning? Does everybody understand that? He skipped strength and conditioning and still mopped him. Let that sink in. That's why I got quiet. Let it sink in. He skipped the conditioning.